Hey, welcome to today's episode. I am so excited to have two of my bestie friends here, Charlotte, Chalkley, and Fraser. Do you say it Thom or is it different than Thom?
Thom. Yeah, the silent H, Thom.
All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I've always called you Fraser, Thom, and then I was like, crap, what have I been calling him the wrong name this whole time? I've been dying. So if you are joining me for the first time, my name is Brandy Shaver, and what I do is teach network marketers, entrepreneurs, business owners how to build their business on social media using leverage and automation. And these two amazing guests here, I'm excited to have because there's something that happens inside of this industry that maybe a lot of people don't know about, or maybe they don't know how to get involved in. And Charlotte and Fraser have created an incredible process, is what I want to call it, to get people, some information on how they can get involved. So Charlotte and Fraser, tell us who you are, where you come from, how you all came together, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty details of what you guys do. I'm excited about today.
Well, I am super excited to be here, and I'm super excited to be here with Frazzle Dazzle. So my name is Charlotte Chalkley. I'm originally from the UK. I now live in the Canary Islands in Tenerife, Spain, and I've been here for 13 years. I originally started off as a psychotherapist and hypnotherapist, and that was 20 years ago now. So trained in NLP. 4 years ago, I found the network marketing space, the online marketing space, and became a sales coach within those industries. Very quickly went to the top, became the top coach for a big company that was actually providing sales coaches for very big entrepreneurs, network marketers, and teams. So that was pretty awesome. And I believe that it's because of my psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, and my NLP skills that it gave me that advantage. I have since then been asked to set up and run other teams for other entrepreneurs, which I've been doing for a couple of years now. And also training people to become sales coaches, specifically in the network marketing industry, the affiliate marketing, and also coaching industry. And I've trained for some pretty big names. And so I have since created with Fraser kind of like a dual partnership where we create teams, create processes, run teams on a day-to-day basis. And then we also focus on the sales coaches themselves and training them and getting them to become the best sales coaches that they can be. So that's my sales story.
All right, Fraser.
Awesome. How do you follow that? My goodness. So my name is Fraser Thom. I'm from Scotland in the United Kingdom. I always have to say Scotland because I'm, patriotic. I also live in the Canary Islands in Spain, which is a total coincidence, on another island to Charlotte, but we're not that far apart. And our stories are similar from the last 4 years or so. We both got involved at the same kind of time in coaching and had some success, obviously. I coached for a couple of different people in the affiliate marketing and network marketing space. I did well with that and finally found something that I was really passionate about. I was always one of these people that was entrepreneurial, but could never find something that I was passionate about. And now I've really found it. And in the last 18 months or so, like Charlotte, I've been invited to set up my own coaching teams for some big names in the network marketing industry. And it's just been such an amazing time. And to work with Charlotte as well. Charlotte and I have been in touch for the last 4 years or so. We've kind of worked closely, but not really worked together.
Yeah.
And now
we've grown together.
Yeah, we have, and we've always kind of stayed connected and had regular kind of mastermind meetings and just stayed on track with each other. Now we're working together with our new project, which is really exciting, and kind of just bringing everything together, which has been amazing. And I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about really helping people. And yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me on today, Brandy.
You bet. So what do people need in this industry as like a network marketer, or let's say they're coaching, or what do they need a team for? Like, what do you guys, I guess, explain a little bit like what you do. Does that make sense? Like for people that maybe not are aware of some of the things that happen inside the industry.
Yeah. So shall I go?
Go for it.
All right. So if somebody came to us and said, hey, like I'm getting like quite a lot of prospects coming to me right now, and I can't manage all the calls, all the, getting them into my team myself. I need some help. What we would do is come in and set them up with the process from the point that they become a prospect to the point where they actually get them set up on their team and everything in between. So that would involve setting up calendars, writing certain emails for that process. If they needed, we'd have a look at their statistics with them as well, and how many prospects they were bringing in on a regular basis, work out how many coaches they would need from that, and then also look at where they wanted to get to with their statistics, and think about where we have the amount of coaches we're going to need, and in what sort of period of time we're going to scale to that. And then tracking all of that as well is a really massive, and truly I can't emphasize enough how important that part of the system is. And then making sure that the coaches are doing what they're supposed to do, that they know the processes, that they're performing to their best of their abilities, and then sending out these emails in between. Have I missed anything, Fraser?
I don't think you have.
Okay, so who would be your perfect, I guess, client that you would love to work with, so people know, like, kind of what you guys do and who you would love to work with, like who's the best fit for you guys?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. Who would be the best dream client for us in this space or anywhere?
Well, anywhere, I guess. If, I mean, you set up sales teams, is it going to be like a network marketer? Let's say it's a network marketer that is just building their team, like, their network marketing team. Is that a fit for you? Or is it somebody that's like coaching and doing upselling, or is it both, right? Like,
well, potentially it could be both. It could be even someone in the affiliate marketing space, but that's kind of another story. But someone that has a business, someone that has traffic, someone that, let's say an Eric Worre type guy, right, would be a huge person in the network marketing coaching space.
mm-hmm.
But someone who has a business, who drives a lot of traffic, who has a lot of prospects, who wants to then sell their coaching and mentorship programs to those prospects and clients on the back end, because they don't have the time to do it themselves. It's a huge undertaking to set up a coaching team. So yeah, someone like that. But it can be in the network marketing space as well, because the skills involved in selling anything, whether it's a coaching program or signing someone up for your network marketing opportunity, are actually the same thing.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I was going for. Is it's parallel, right? It's the same thing. It just depends on the offer that you're doing. So how did you and Charlotte get together as far as like deciding that, this is what you were going to create? Like, what was the problem that you found that, so people know?
Well, the biggest problem in what we do is finding A-player coaches, is finding not just committed people, but people who are good at what they do. Yes, some people were born to sell. Some people were born to coach and to sell. But most people, even those who were born to do it, need a lot of help and ongoing training. So we identified probably a number of years ago, actually, that finding these people is a big problem. Oftentimes they are just kind of, interviewed and plucked out of fresh air and dropped into coaching teams and given on the job training, so to speak. And what we identified was that had to change.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing now.
All right, awesome. So like, let's talk about the coach part, right? Because that's what you guys specialize in, is setting those teams up and training those teams to be super proficient and, you know, getting results. So how does somebody know that they want to like sell, right? Like this is the part that's like, it's hard for me to put together because, you know, I've always been an entrepreneur since I was, I don't know, now that I know a lot more about personalities and things, I was born that way basically, right? Never wanted to follow the rules, all those things. I hate having a boss, you know, all those things. Our coaches, like you said, some of them are just that way, but can someone go into that industry and, you know, what kind of income can they make? And you don't have to like talk about like, you know, what they make per hour or anything like that, but like what kind of income can they make per year if they're good? And why would somebody want to be a coach? Like what would be the best fit for you?
So that's another good question. And I think, well, like as Fraser said, A players is what we're looking for. And what that means is people that have some leadership skills, people that have some innovation, you know, some creativity, and people that can work off their initiative. Those are like three of the big things. And also the biggest thing is that they're not too far that way and that they are coachable, because there's nobody that's going to come to us that's been a sales coach for, you know, 30 years. We're looking for young, dynamic, innovative people, and they are all going to need to learn some skills. They are all going to need to have any natural skills that they have honed and tuned. And they are also going to need to work at some point on some limiting beliefs that they have, whether that be around money, whether that be around success, whether that be around failure. Those three limiting beliefs are going to come out in their sales calls at some point, which is where the hypnotherapy comes into great.
Really helps them. Awesome. So you guys found this hole in the industry that coaches weren't being trained, that they're kind of like, you know, like you said, just plucked out of thin air and thrown into coaching teams. So what did you guys create that's helpful for people that maybe want to get into your industry or, you know, coach for a team? And why would somebody want to coach? Like,
yeah. So the question that you asked just now as well, why would somebody want to do this? Well, what we've found so far is that people kind of want and need two things. Usually, they have their own business, and we see this so much in network marketing, right? That everybody's just sharing their story. There's no sales involved in it, and then they get 6 months in, and then bam, it slaps them in the face of, oh my God, I've realized that I am having some form of sales conversation, whether it's sharing or otherwise. And then it becomes, then all the doubts creep in of, oh my God, I'm being a sleazy salesperson. Oh my God, like I can't do this. And for me, when I was first offered the sales coaching position, I was exactly the same. I was like, I am a psychotherapist and hypnotherapist. I'm not a salesperson. Sales is nasty. Sales is horrible. I'm not doing that. And actually, having been a hypnotherapist for 20 years, it's only since I've learned how to have successful, high-paying consultations that my business has become a six-figure plus business. So regardless of my skills as being an awesome hypnotherapist or whatever, it's the sales conversation that built my business.
That makes you money.
Exactly. Yeah. That is monetizing action in your business, whatever it is the sales conversation, the consultation, the prospecting call, whatever you want to call it. So those are the people that come to us. The second thing that they need is usually money. They need to have money. And so by coming to us, they can get a combination of the two things. And the biggest thing about having the successful conversation is practice, 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 practice. And if you join us in the academy, then we'll make sure you get that practice, A, and B, if you're good enough and you hit the targets, we can offer you a team potentially where you could actually go in and be earning money. We have coaches that are earning regularly in some teams between 15 and 20,000, others between 5 and 10. So an extra
That's
5.
per month, by the way, because
Yeah,
Brandy, you
that's per
said per
month.
year,
Yeah.
right? That's per month,
Yeah,
guys.
that's per month.
Just to be
Yeah,
clear on that.
Yeah, I think definitely think there's a huge opportunity for a lot of people that, you know, maybe, I mean, a lot of people, they love it, right? Like, I love having conversations with people. And when I'm having a conversation with someone, it's a sales conversation, even though it doesn't feel like a sales conversation, right? They're either coming to me to enroll in my team, or they're coming to me to enroll in my coaching. Like, that's what they're doing. And that's how we make money. So there's a huge opportunity for people to even up your skill set, even if you don't want to be a full-time coach, right? There's that opportunity to learn that. And it's called the Secrets of Selling Academy. And that you guys have put together. That's really, really cool. So
Well, you know, Brandy,
we'll drop the
I
link on how to
think
get up.
it's really cool because when I started as a coach, I didn't realize I was actually selling until quite far into my journey. Now, it was almost like, hey, nobody's allowed to use the word sales or selling.
Mhm.
It's the same in
Yeah.
network marketing.
Yeah.
The sooner people realize that in network marketing, you have to be able to sell to your prospect,
Yeah,
whether you're
if you
selling
can't
product
move a
or
product or
opportunity.
get people to join your team, you don't have a business. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
that's really the bottom
And that's
line, right,
exactly what
Fraser?
we coach in the academy. It's in fact, we don't shy away from it at all. We even have that in the name, the Secrets of Selling Academy, because everything in life is selling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's about doing it with integrity. It's about doing it with giving value. I mean, I never thought that I would enjoy it as much as I do. I love it. I love having the conversations. And even from 4 years ago now, I still have people that I've upgraded to in other programs and stuff that are off doing their own thing. Some have been good with it, some haven't. And even the people that haven't will still message me occasionally and say, "Hey, Charlotte, what are you up to?" Like it's nobody has turned around and said, "Oh, this is rubbish. This is horrible."
Yeah, and I think that's really cool about what you guys do, Fraser and Charlotte, that you teach people how to be authentic humans and serve others.
Yeah.
In that selling conversation, right? It's not like you're shoving these cells down people's throats. You are finding out their pains, problems, wants, and desires, right? And then you're turning around and showing them the opportunity or options that they have to either up their skill level or, get coaching and mentoring or, whatever based on these sales teams from wherever they come from. And that's really what it boils down to, right? That's how I got where I am. That's how I made $1 million in commissions in 2020, because I invested in myself. I invested in mentorship, and I had a coach, similar to Charlotte and Fraser. I wasn't, privileged enough to get either one of you as one of my coaches, but I had somebody that cared about me, right? That they served me. They listened to my pains, problems, wants, and desires, and they helped me make the best decision for me. And that's where it all started for me. So I love this because we're talking about two sides of the coin here, right? One side of the coin is what you guys actually do with the selling and coaching people into a higher level mentorship program. And then the other side is training people on how they can do the same thing. So a lot of people aren't aware of this industry. And that's one of the reasons that Charlotte and Fraser created this academy, because there's not a lot of people that are trained as coaches. Like they said, they just kind of pluck them out of thin air and throw them into the coaching, and they either sink or swim. That's kind of how it is in coaching. And so I love what you guys have created. It just reminds me that there's so many opportunities for so many entrepreneurs in so many areas to do, different things and innovate. I love that, Charlotte, that you brought that up, to be innovative and create things. So I appreciate you guys being on. Is there anything else that you want to share with my audience that would help them?
Give value, and hold space for people. This is so we're helping with their problems, their pains, their wants and their desires. And then it's also about being strong enough to hold that space for that person for in those moments when they're so scared. They're like, oh, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, or this isn't going to work for me, this isn't going to work for me, or I haven't got the money, I haven't got the money. You're able to stay with them and hold space for them.
Exactly. And I think that's so important, that and understanding the importance of what we have here to change people's lives when selling coaching programs or network marketing opportunities. And Brandy, Charlotte, I know, I know myself, if we hadn't invested in ourselves and taken some uncomfortable decisions at times to invest, perhaps, then we wouldn't be sat here having this conversation.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. That's totally true.
100%.
So if you are looking for, even upping your skills in your network marketing, if you're looking at, maybe coaching might be something you want to take on or get better at, you're going to want to grab the link. It's Secrets of Selling Academy. And you can find Charlotte, Chalkley, and Fraser, Thom. Just search them out you can find them on Facebook. I'm sure they can find you on Google, they're all over the place. LinkedIn. Yeah, go follow them, go figure it out. But it's definitely a skill. And that's the part that, I really want to drive in here. It's a skill that you have to learn. And whether you learn it from just like being thrown in, right, and going through all of the nitty gritty like I did, right? I totally sucked when I got on a call with somebody to talk to them about joining my team. I was terrified, right? But if I'd had something like this where I could have gone through the academy and felt confident in my own, skill set, I would have had a lot better results from the beginning. So it's definitely, like I said, it's kind of a two-sided coin. You can learn the skill and you can definitely be a coach, if you hit those numbers and do those things, or you can learn that skill and use it in everyday life. It's incredible academy. So I appreciate you both being on. You guys are awesome. And I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to share with my audience and help them understand the different pieces of what goes together for all of this industry. It's incredible. So
pleasure.
Thanks
for having us on.
Yeah, loved it.
We'll see you